In a universe where life does not end at death, we explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to Arthadian Anthologies. Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to a Reborn in Power series featuring the champion of Venus, Kinna. Follow along as you learn how she is captured and how she uses the power of the champion to break free from her chains. Kinna. Your eyes are closed. Your talons tied tightly behind your back. The uncomfortable nature of the chains that bind you makes it difficult for you to try to focus your mind, your body, your soul towards trying to communicate with Venus, with the other champions. Beyond whatever the space is, you know it to be another layer. And you know that whoever is holding you here, they're using you as bait. You're not sure exactly how long it's been. Several hours. Possibly even a day or two. But as you sit there, you suddenly hear as your focus is broken. You hear the sounds all around you, and you hear a plume of smoke. Flows into the space around you. Then you hear and you can't see the figure, you only see a suit of armor on. A counter-command sigil that is shown around their right shoulder blade. But they are very tall. Very tall. The make and figure of this creature seems to be... It looks like a Redicon. As they walk over to a side console, and then you hear... And then they look over towards you. Their helmet completely obscuring any features that you might be looking to see. And you hear, "Are you feeling comfortable?" What do you say?
Are you trying to be hospitable?
I'm trying to make sure you're not too comfortable.
Well then, no, I'm good on water.
And then you see he twists a knob and you hear... And then it kind of fades away for a second. And he looks over at you. In due time, you will be seeing your friends again. Champion. And you see him steps into the plume, and then you hear... And you feel the tight binds on you, still locked in place. And you sit there. What do you do?
Are my feathers bound or just my talons?
Your talons mainly. Your feathers have some wiggle room. Like you can kind of furlough for what's that? There's a term for it, right? Like where like birds kind of like, you know.
I have no idea.
Oh. Well, what are you gonna do?
Well, he did come in and distract me. I think I'm gonna continue meditating.
Okay. Who, in what way are you meditating? Are you focusing on just clearing all the sounds out? And are you trying to communicate with someone?
I'm gonna try to communicate with Terax.
Okay. Communicate with Terax. Alright, I would like you to roll me a religion check.
I got a 9.
Total?
Yeah.
You have a really bad will then.
It's an 8. I rolled a 1. It's an 8. I rolled a 1.
You don't have anything in religion?
Nope.
Okay.
When you roll.
As you focus, the sounds continue to get louder. The more you try to focus, they continue to reach a point that you hear. And you look over and you see the console is glowing this, it's almost like this bright light, and then you hear, and then the plume of smoke begins to envelop your vision as you hear. What are you trying to do? And you hear. You sense his presence approach you and hover over you as you feel something kind of as you feel, it almost feels like he grabs onto the binds on your arms, and he lifts up your arms. You feel yourself kind of have to arch your back a bit, and it gets really uncomfortable. Go ahead and roll me an endurance check.
Are my hands behind my back or in front of me?
It's behind. They're behind your back, behind the chair that you are strapped into and chained up into. Endurance check, please.
23. Sorry,
20?
22.
Okay. You take 25 points to your stamina. As suddenly you feel this it almost feels like there's a sharp pain going into your forearms, and the sharp pain pulses up through your arms up to the back of your neck, and you feel it's almost like there's a pull away from the connection that you would have to your own the part of you that is the champion. Like he's cutting that connection off.
Can I, like, keep, like, a tether connected to it that is, like, maybe evading whatever he's doing? Like a thin tether? I don't know, kind of like,
I know what you're what you're trying to get at. It's just a matter of the kind of check that would require.
like an invisible tether?
Yes, I know. Please roll me a discipline check, but with... Okay, first a discipline check and then a straight intellect check.
$19 for discipline.
Okay.
And 21 for intellect.
Okie dokie. You focus in on that connection that's being severed currently, and you try to find a route past it, but you know that connection is a key part to communicating with. It feels like a key component to your communications with Terax. So instead, you try to find a way to connect without having to, without needing the visual component, and try to connect on a mental level. You feel it's similar, but it's not the full thing. But you feel like you were able to at least find a route around it. It's not going to be as easy to communicate, but you could possibly do it without informing the computer system that you are trying to do something. It seems like whoever this guy is smart enough to be able to work on advanced technology in some manner.
Because it's connected to my my brain, basically.
It's strange. It's connected. You feel it's almost like the binds have some are literally piercing into your forearm and sending signals to your brain.
And he's doing that when he yell out, "What are you doing?"
And you yell that at him, and then you see he looks down at you. He's like, "I'm not letting you get past my defenses." And then you see he kind of throws your hands down, and you see he walks past you. You still cannot see who he is, and he looks back at you. He's like, "For your sake, don't try anything stupid." And you see he walks away, and then you hear, what are you gonna do now?
How far is the computer system from me that he was?
It is about, I'd say, 10 feet away. And as you have tried to move this chair, it is locked in place.
Are there any other doors or windows in here?
No. You see panels on the wall.
Keeps coming in and out.
Yeah, but you can barely see it because the plumes of smoke kind of disperse eventually, but it's a very gradual disbursement to where at first it's too much to you can't really see past you except for certain lights and that are flickering.
It's more like a fog than a smoke.
Yes, it is like a fog.
Because of smoke, you can just...
Yeah, but every single time that he opens it, a plume gathers.
Do I have a feeling that this is what's happening to me in my outside?
You're not sure.
Okay, and what kind of binds are on me?
Very strong metal binds.
That could be opened with a key or a...
You look at them and they are... Roll me a... They are a... It's hard to tell. Roll me a perception check.
21.
From the lights inside here, it's hard to really tell the coloration of whatever these binds are, but you can see a little bit, like a hint of a... Possibly a... maybe a greenish coloration to the metallic that is binding your arms right now. Looking at them and seeing this, I'd like you to roll me a lore check. Be difficult.
$17.
You don't know where you remember this from, but you remember hearing maybe inside your training as a champion, or no, not as a champion, maybe as Corps Command officer. You remember there to be a medal that has a greenish, bluish, turquoise tint to it, and it is a very strong, very, very strong metal known as Ritanium. What are you going to do?
Does it look like it can be opened up with like a key?
When you look at it, no. You don't see any keyhole. Unless it's on the other side, it's really difficult to see. You can't twist over too much. Like you can try, but you'd have to like literally lean over and practically break your back to be able to see.
What can I feel with my feathers?
Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check.
25.
You can't do the calculation in your head.
We've been over this.
25, you said? You try to feel with your feathers if there is any way to do so. As you try to feel with your feathers, I'd like you to roll me an endurance check.
$21.
Okay. You take another 7 points to your stamina as you feel the same sensation from before pinch into you from your binds, and it's like that severing cut to that point in which you feel, and it's like something is causing a separation.
But the tether that I did, is that still intact?
You don't know. You haven't tried anything with it. Are you going to try anything? Or... Well...
I don't have a very high religion. But...
It probably wouldn't require religion.
Oh.
But... Yeah.
To see if the tether is still there? Or to try again what I did before? What you...
To try to communicate with...
Yeah.
You can go ahead and try, if you would like. But it feels like something is separating, is actually trying to separate you from this. You don't know what it is. What are you going to do?
How long do I think I've been here?
You've been here for probably you feel like, well, it's definitely been for more than 12 hours. You're not sure a time frame exactly. It could be hours or it could be days. Definitely not over a week.
Okay.
Well,
I think I'm gonna wait a little bit.
okay. How long are you going to wait?
I don't know, maybe like an hour.
Okay. You wait an hour, and then the plumes of smoke begin to die down. A fog inside this chamber. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
$14.
You notice that the coloration of a lot of the systems inside this space is a similar coloration to that of the binds on your arms. The systems themselves, you can't quite make out what symbols are on them, any kind of language that you might be able to tell, or if you're able to understand what computer systems are doing what inside this laboratory that you're in. And then as you're sitting there, the door, and then again the fog whirls in, and you hear walks up to you, and then places down, actually drops it at your legs into your lap, a nutrition. Eat.
Ow. My arms are tied.
You have a long enough beak. Eat.
Are my legs free?
Your legs are chained up.
As well, right to the chair.
They're chained up to the chair. But he like dropped it, like literally, like right into your lap.
Mm-hmm.
The smoke is still coming through.
Does that mean this is the first thing he's given me in how long I've been here?
Yeah. Seems that way.
Okay, well, is it unwrapped or is it?
Yes, it is
wrapped?
unwrapped.
Like, so generous, and eat it.
Okay, you go and eat it up. As you eat it up, you get 4 stamina back. And as that happens, it's like, good. And then you hear he begins to walk back.
Wait,
He stops.
aren't you gonna let me know your master plan?
I'm going to sell you. And if whoever bids the highest for you, I'll go with them.
But you said I'm a distraction, right? To get the others?
Yes, I would sell you to them too. But I am looking for a particular rune forger.
Who? You clearly think I know something.
Or I know who your allies are.
Who are you looking for?
Now why would I tell you that? Funny. You still have your personality, champion.
What does this material do? What was it doing earlier?
Why do you think I'm going to answer you?
Because you seem lonely.
I am not.
Well, I'm lonely. So, you can humor me.
You see, he turns around towards you. And then he begins to... You're lonely, you say. How lonely? What do you say?
I'm not sure why he's saying it like that. Well, I haven't talked to anybody except you in days. Or how long? I don't even know.
You like talking, champion?
Not really.
Perhaps then I should bring you a friend. And then he says, soon you won't be very lonely. What do you do?
Ponder why.
Ponder.
Can I try to see what else I figured out about Titanium here? Because it obviously
you only
reacts
have
to...
you only have the information that you have currently. You don't really have a codex that you can be like, oh, I'm going to search up what Titanium is.
Is there anything else in this room? Like maybe like a box that my weapons would be in, or like just
You
anything?
can no longer see
Cabinets?
much because
Before.
you didn't see anything. Now, why would your weapons and all your stuff be inside the same room that you're inside?
Some
Captives are stupid. Yeah.
I mean, he's a Redicon, so.
So you assume he's stupid? You did get information, a little bit of information from that exchange. What are you going to do, though?
Maybe meditate. Not specifically to try to talk to anybody.
Okay. Please roll me a discipline will check.
Oh my god.
1
My rolls today.
are very bad.
Yeah, 15.
15. Okay. As you go and begin to try to meditate, these sounds in the laboratory begin to fade away as you're able to drown them out from your own headspace. And as they are drowned out, you begin to drift off. And you feel the presence of what you did before. The presence of that almost pathway that you created, trying to work around your connection to Terax. And you also see this severing connection where you would usually connect to Terax in your mind. And as you look towards it, you see that severing point has almost like a blocked seal that is a turquoise coloration. What do you do?
It's you said it's like a wall between the severance?
Yeah, like it's cut off, and then there's a full-on wall that is like a turquoise metallic that is covering is blocking your pathway towards communicating to any of the champion.
I'm gonna go up to the wall.
Okay, you flow up to the wall. What do you do?
I'm gonna touch the wall with the intention of like going through it.
You touch the wall and
like becoming the wall and then going through it, kind of thing.
You touch the wall.
Because I'm assuming I can't go around it. It's like completely.
As you touch the wall, you suddenly feel yourself get thrust out. And I'd like you to roll me an endurance check.
19.
19, you say? You take 14 points to your stamina. As you take these points, it almost felt like something pushed you out. Like some force. And it felt like a connection to something, like another being of some sort.
Like a familiar being?
Not a familiar being. But you feel the strain from your binds tighten.
Great.
What do you do? What do you do?
Going to... Well, wait some more.
Okay. You wait some more. As you wait some more, you suddenly hear once again. Zoin. Release the latches on her legs. And then you feel your legs become free. And now, follow me. And you feel like you can get up now. As you look down at the latches on your legs, they look like the same coloration as that of the bind.
When he was talking to the person, Zoring or whatever, did he just say it out loud?
He just said it out loud.
Okay.
He said Zine.
Zine, okay.
What are you gonna do? He said, follow me.
I guess I will stand up.
Okay, you stand up. As you stand up, you feel a tightening grip onto your binds behind you. And it...
How much tighter could it get?
It loosens as you are standing up to get off, like basically off of the chair. It's the binds, it's like this.
Mm-hmm.
It loosens up, but then it tightens back up. And then you begin to walk. And then he looks over at you. You do anything funny, Zine will make you unconscious. Understood.
I nod.
You said you wanted some company. I'll bring you to some company.
What does that mean?
It means I would like a little bit of entertainment. And as he walks through the plume of smoke that you kind of exit out of the space that you are now in, that you were just in, and you begin to walk through what looks like there's still fog surrounding you, you see a guardrail right next to you on your right, and then you see a metallic wall with the same coloration. And he continues to...
Where are we?
My home.
Where's that?
A place that you probably aren't familiar with, little champion.
Well, that's why I'm...
You really think I am going to tell you? You are a funny one. And then you see he walks up to a panel. And he places his palm onto it. And you see it. The door slides open. After you, champion. What do you do?
Going to walk forward.
Okay, you walk into this lift of a sort. And he looks at you as like, have fun. The door closes, and then and you look forward, and you are now in a space of what looks like there's just sand all around you. It is a boxed chamber, and you see on the other side of it, this boxed chamber is probably about it's probably about 50 feet long. It's a square chamber, and you see on the other side is a large door of some kind, gate, and you hear banging against the door.
Is there anything around me? Any weapons or anything?
You do not see any weapons, no. And suddenly you feel the binds on you begin to change. It's almost like they loosen up so much, and then you see in your hands, on your hands they're basically gauntlets. These turquoise metallic gauntlets, titanium gauntlets.
Like
And
covering my hands?
Covering your hands.
My
And
arms?
you hear on a speaker that turns on. Champion. Sign down there will change into whatever weapon you desire in this little arena that I have set up. I am getting rather hungry, and I have captured a very familiar beast to my kind. I need it slain, if you wouldn't mind. And suddenly, you look forward, and you see the doors open up, and you see these eyes are kind of glowing in the darkness, and then multiple legs begin to extend out. And as they extend out, you see a fur coat lining this creature, and then you hear and as you look forward, I would like you to roll me a biology check.
That is a 22.
This
Pointless. I get a horrible roll.
This right here is an agralock. And you see it's and with that, we are going to end the session there. As you get ready to face off against this beast. I figured we should end it sooner rather than later so that, you know, it's not too much. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're dealing with something interesting here.
Have I ever seen one?
An agralock?
Mm-hmm.
You have. Probably inside your training as a Corps Command officer. You probably have researched some of the different beasts that you might encounter out on different worlds. Agralock is a widespread type of beast that basically was transferred from Venus worlds to, not necessarily transferred. Like there are some beast tamers that would go around and basically breed more of these beasts onto different worlds that can inhabit them, and then they just grow, and then there's hunters that like go to hunt them. Radicon really like them because they're like a delicacy. Yeah, so we'll see what goes on next time as you fight this agralock,
And win.
and hopefully someone comes to save you, or you're able to get out of this lair. But yeah, we'll find out next time. Thank you all for listening, and if death comes to you,
may you be reborn in power.
End credits. I thank you for listening to The Champion. I hope you enjoyed this entry and are keeping up with the anthology as a whole. Also, if you want to be reborn in yourself, you can subscribe as a chosen to access chosen creation and exclusive codex entries. Until next time, travelers, be safe, stay safe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.